All right, well, here we are again, guys. So let me begin by saying, welcome back! Yes, I know everyone can hear that. I love it. Thank you so much for coming back. This is practically episode number 4 of What I Got This Week. I am your host, Dan. This is my little office, and today what we have is a pretty jam-packed episode. We have the top 5 comic books of the week. We have the classic comic review, which bleeds into a movie review. We have a single toy review, and that's what I got for this week. So we're going to get started right away with the top 5 comic book reviews of the week. So for this week, for number 5, we have DC's Mysteries of Love in Space. This is a one-shot Valentine's Day-ish related theme issue. DC does these once in a while. What they do is they take a theme, whether it be Halloween or Christmas or sometimes even Thanksgiving, and they have a bunch of short stories related around that idea. This one has, the best one I think, more than anything else, deals with the New Gods. But we also have stories about the Green Lantern Corps. We have stories in here about Bizarro Superman. I mean, it's some cute stories. It's got characters that you normally wouldn't see. You're not going to see your traditional characters. But that's what I like about it. Some deep cuts. It's also pretty emotional sometimes. It's a good one to add to your collection. Is it the absolute best writing in the world? That's to be seen. But it's a good issue. Number 5 for the week. All right. Next up, at number 4 for the week, we have Batman Detective Comics number 997. We are getting very near the end here, guys. So, in this particular issue, Batman is dying. Well, he's almost dead. How many times is he not? It's a freaking Dark Knight. And what happens, Batman is almost about to well, spoiler, drown. And as it happens, he and his original mentor, Mr. Miracle, are able to get their way out. And he starts to figure out who could be behind this, who could be using Batman's very nightmares against him. And he thinks he knows who it is. And where he left off is possible that it could go to Hugo Strange. This is Batman's one of his original villains. I like it. It's a good throwback going back to the first issue. Will it be for sure Hugo Strange? Well, we have 3 more issues to find out. It's a lot of room to work with. I don't think they're going to reveal the enemy that quick. You might be working with the main story arc. We'll see. It could be it. But 3 more issues for Batman number 1000. All right. Number 4 for the week, we have Dr. Aphra number 28. Now, this is a very interesting, they're all interesting to me. This is a great, interesting storyline. What I have here is Dr. Aphra, who's a character who first premiered in the original Darth Vader comic book storyline. Darth Vader had a 25-issue run with Marvel, and it was supposed to explain what happened in between the events of A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. And in that, they had this new character, Dr. Aphra. She is a kind of an archaeologist who is in the vein of a Han Solo, a female Han Solo. And Darth Vader uses her to figure out information, and at the end of the series, 2 things happen. Number 1, Darth Vader gets his own continuing comic book line, which is really good, to be seen in a future episode as well. And Dr. Aphra got her own comic book line as well. This is number 28. Now, to be honest, I wouldn't jump in on this issue. This is part of a story arc. I recommend jumping in around issue 24, 25 if you had to, or if you don't have those, check out some of the graphic novels. This is already the 4th major story arc they have. It is really good. Dr. Aphra has a bomb in her body. She has to try to get rid of it. She has her robot companions, 000 and BT. I like it. It's a good issue. Dr. Aphra number 28. Number 2 for the week, what do we have? We have Justice League Annual number 1. They redo the numbering once in a while, and annuals come out, well, just once a year. This is a complicated issue, to be honest. And this particular one, I recommend it really for Justice League or DC heads. What we have here is going back to Dark Knight's Metal by Scott Snyder. We have linking back to the Source Wall being destroyed, the Green Lantern Corps trying to save it, unable to, what's behind the Source Wall, what happens? Well, we end up getting introduction. Well, I can't say introduction, but we end up revisiting a new character named Perpetua, who is the mother of the Monitor and the Anti-Monitor. This is supposed to be the end-all, be-all. We'll see what happens. We'll see if they're able to destroy the Justice League and what the Justice League can do to save the day. It's a little bit complicated, a little bit deep. You got to go back and reference some previous issues. But I like these issues. These are kind of issues that comic book fans, they get rewarded for knowing and for having everything there. This is a good issue. I like it. And my number 2 for the week. My number 1 for the week, however, goes to Heroes in Crisis. This is number 5 of 9. Now, this particular run is written by Tom King. Tom King is one of my top 5 authors of all time. And side note, Sheriff of Babylon. Check it out. In this particular one, the Heroes in Crisis, Sanctuary has been exposed. We know about it, and Superman is now publicly trying to deal with what's happening. At the same time, we have Batgirl and Harley kind of acting as vigilantes on their own to figure out what happened. We have Booster Gold, well, still being Booster Gold. Great dialogue, great monologues as well. A great art. It can't help but be number one for the week. If you haven't checked it out, you need to. Heroes in Crisis is a great storyline. All right, that's my top 5 books of the week. All right, next up, classic comic review, which kind of bleeds into our movie review. So I'll do both right now. Now, the book itself that I have is The Return of Superman. This is a graphic novel from DC, one of the biggest ones they have. Check out this monster. And what I like about this, besides being a lot of bang for your buck when you buy it, is the fact that this is a story of what happens at Superman's funeral, the rise of the 4 Supermen, and then afterwards, the return of the real Superman. The movie just recently came out on DC Animation DVD. We're talking about the reign of the Supermen, which is based off of the graphic novel. Couple of differences. As for similarities, first of all, there are the 4 Supermen. We have Cyborg Superman, we have the Man of Steel, we have Superboy, and we have the Eradicator. That is kept true. We have the return of Superman in his black jumpsuit, which was awesome, as well as the mullet. I don't like the mullet. People like the mullet. It doesn't look good either way. Some differences. Number one, there is a major role played by Supergirl here. No Supergirl in the movie. There's an interesting storyline about Lex Luthor having his basically mind transferred into a younger body. They just go with the OG Lex Luthor. They don't even bother talking about the storyline. It doesn't exist. Here, Coast City, Hal Jordan's home, is destroyed by Mongol and Cyborg Superman. That doesn't happen in the movie. They do other bad stuff. Now, having said that, the DC animated universe is its unique thing. It connects to Flashpoint, connects to a lot of good ones, and what they do is separate from this. This is a comic book. You have room to flesh out ideas. They're not going to do that for the movies. So the movie itself is really good. I'm going to give that a 4.6 wigs. Slightly more than 4.5. For this, I recommend everyone get it. Not only is it a great issue, Dan Jurgens has some great stories in here. This is what influenced a lot of my childhood. So I recommend everyone check it out. And it's also a good follow-up to last week's The Death of Superman. All right, guys. Last thing I got for the week, single toy review. Continuing on with my gold collection, I have to thank my sister. She gave me an awesome birthday gift, and part of it is this Midas Batman. I mean, seriously, we had the gold collection. Now we have a gold Batman as well. This is a limited edition exclusive. I love it. It's going to go right here in my collection. So thank you very much. So guys, my top 5, classic comic, movie, toy. That's what I got for this week. I'm still trying to mess some things around with the lights and the setup. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. Comment down below, like and subscribe. Thanks for everything, guys, and I'll see you next week. Thanks.